Little Kickers was first set up in the UK 10 years ago in London, and since then it's grown into an internationally franchised business. We operate in a network through a network of 160 franchisees across 4 continents, and the main objective of our classes is to provide children aged 18 months to 7th birthday with a positive introduction to sport, and in addition to that to provide them education in the basics of football, and also to teach them some colours and numbers and early learning skills and promote early childhood development. There were a number of reasons as to why we decided to franchise Little Kickers. The first one was that we were receiving a lot of demand for us to open classes in new areas, and I couldn't physically open any more classes. So franchising seemed a really good way of developing the business, because we would be able to expand through a group of owner-operated outlets. In that way we could make sure that the people who were involved in the business were as passionate and as committed to the quality of the classes as we were. The other main thing that influenced the decision to franchise was that when I returned to work 3 months after my first child was born, I really struggled with the whole work-life balance thing. I hardly ever got to see my son and got really fed up with that. And so I recognised that there were other people who were in the same position as me, and that there was a gap in the market for a company that would enable people to set up their own self-run businesses and be their own bosses. And at the same time to have something that's profitable, that provides an income for the family and also allows them to have that work-life balance and to see their children as they're growing up.
For me, it was all about the opportunity to work with children on a daily basis and doing something I absolutely love, but running a business at the same time and earning a living from it. It was really appealing to me, and it's just getting the amount of enjoyment, the most amount of enjoyment I can get out of it.
Little Kickers has been recruiting franchisees for 9 years. We've also launched other programs. We've launched a preschool rugby program called Little Rugby, and that's for the same age group as Little Kickers, and we've been recruiting franchisees for that for the last 3 years. And we've just finished piloting a dance program called Little Dance Flavors, and we're just recruiting franchisees for that now. We operate through a network of over 160 franchisees across 4 continents, and our classes are attended by over 20,000 children each week. So we run classes at the moment in predominantly the UK. That's where 60% of our business is based, but also Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Cyprus and Ecuador. Taking on a franchise provides people with the opportunity to buy into a tried and tested business model that's actually been practically worked in the market and set up in the market, and it's been shown to be successful. I think that's a huge benefit of buying into a franchise model. Also, the fact that you don't have to become an expert in legal, financial, operation aspects of running a business. Your franchisor will have done that for you, and they will give you all the training you need in those areas and all the support that you need on an ongoing basis, rather than you having to go out and do all the legwork yourself.
The training and everything, the support that I've received from Little Kickers head office since taking on the franchise has been really comprehensive and consistent. So from the moment I started, the training beforehand was really detailed and specific, which was great for someone like me with no experience in business, not really a business background. I just graduated from university, so to have that training to start with was fantastic. And then going forward, if there's ever an issue, it could be anything, but it's resolved very quickly, and they're always a phone call away or an email away, and you know within a few hours the issue will be sorted. So that's the great thing about franchising with Little Kickers.
The other key benefit of buying a franchise is that it enables you to be your own boss, but rather than as in a startup company where you may be kind of short of cash in certain areas and find it hard to develop certain aspects of your business as much as you would like to. With a franchise business, you benefit from the fact that there's pooled resources, and so the franchisor will be taking management fees from all the other franchisees and will be using those to develop a really large scale business. So you benefit from group IT spending, you benefit from discounts that the franchisor can negotiate with suppliers, and so on.
A typical day in the life of a franchisee for myself involves doing classes most days, because I really enjoy the coaching side of it, so I always want to keep doing that. So usually every day I do, it might just be the odd class, or it might be a set of 4 classes with the different age groups. And then also you've got all of the admin side as well. So I speak to a lot of parents in a typical day, and we go through all the, if there's ever a problem or anything like that, because every child is different, so we have to make sure that we can look after everyone as best as possible. And then also you've got the business side as well, so you're looking at advertising and you're looking at making sure that everything's really organised, it's really fundamental. Every day you're planning for the next week or the week after that, because you've got to make sure that everything is as smooth as possible and as consistent as possible.
There are 4 key areas of support that we offer to franchisees. The first is training and support in the business aspects of running the business. So we provide every franchisee with very comprehensive upfront training on finding coaches, finding venues, interviewing people, IT, finance and so on. And on an ongoing basis, we have a head office resource that's staffed by a number of ex-franchisees who now run different disciplines involved with the business, for example, marketing, sales, finance, IT, and so on. So they're always on hand to help our franchisees if they have any questions. Other aspects of support that we offer, the second would be coaching support. So obviously that's critical to the success of our business, is that our programme is good quality and is continuously renewed and updated and kept fresh. So we have directors of coaching located in the countries where we operate, and their main role is to develop the programme and to travel around our franchisees in those locations and to check that the programme quality is good and to provide kind of on-hand training to the franchisees' coaches while they're actually coaching the classes. The third main area that we provide support in is IT-related aspects of running a business. So we recognise that it's quite an administrative business. We have lots of children attending classes and they all need to be registered into those classes and reminded when they need to re-enroll. What we've done is set up an IT system which is web-based, so our franchisees can use it from anywhere in the world, and it enables them to allow their customers to sign up online, and the franchisees then contact the customers. They're prompted to send re-enrollment forms electronically whenever the children are due to re-enroll. We also have a marketing system which enables franchisees to produce their own customised marketing materials and adverts and things like that, and that's all web-based as well.
When I did graduate from university, I was thinking about starting my own sort of football classes or sports classes for children of different age groups. But then the opportunity came along with Little Kickers, and I hadn't really looked into franchising at all, really, after graduating and going off to the States. Coming back, there was no real thought in my mind of going into franchising at all. But the opportunity was there, and I started to look into it. And with Little Kickers, what they did, they could offer a great support, which gives you more flexibility to do the things that you enjoy. So to be at the classes and everything else, you don't have to go out and start completely from scratch. It's a great thing for a younger person to go into, because as well as doing something you love, you also get to learn a lot along the way. So it's great, franchising is great because you get a lot of training and you learn a lot about business and marketing and all sorts of things, as well as doing something that you really enjoy.